Hey friends, nostalgic, isn't it? The beat of an RX100 is something nothing else can come close to it. Not any other RX series, as far as I know. All right, let's talk more about why RX today. So yes, my friends, I would like to present my RX100. This is a 1988 model, precisely 37 years old, right? 37-year-old legacy. So this particular motorcycle was a barn find, um whatever you call it. I literally got it in a rucksack or a basket, and it took about an year's time to restore it to this particular shape, what you see in front of you now, right? So, what exactly do you need to in order to restore an RX100, right? What is needed? Of course, you need the motorcycle. Of course, you need the spares. Of course, you need genuine spares. Of course, you need a skilled mechanic and a trustworthy mechanic, importantly, right? There are a lot of crooks in the market. So, trustworthy mechanic is the most important thing. And even important thing over here is loads of passion, right? As a RX100 owner or any other retro two-stroke owner, you need to have loads of passion and determination to get this project live, right? So it's not for everybody, and it shouldn't be also, because everybody has a different taste and different aspirations in terms of their riding, etc. Many people ride to enjoy the ride, but there are a lot of people who also take keen interest in antiques, get them built, and relive the passion and legacy of such an iconic two-stroke motorcycle. So yes, this is the RX in front of you, and I hope you heard the beat of this bike already in the beginning. So yeah, so I'll talk a little bit more about the bike today in terms of what it takes in order to get an RX100 done, and I'm going to give you a close-up preview of the motorcycle, right? So this is the closer view of the motorcycle. This motorcycle took about a year to get restored. It was a deep restoration, pin to pin restoration, what you see on this motorcycle. And this blue, what you see, is that authentic Yamaha blue which used to come back in 1988. So precisely this is built to a stock specification of a 1988 Yamaha RX100. So yeah, so this is the motorcycle, and got it about just 2 months ago, and just completed the initial running in, which is about it's painstaking, but it is good. We do running in more meticulously on these older motorcycles. So yes, I've done precisely about close to 800 kilometers, and been riding in speeds, varying speeds like 30, 40, 50, and only recently I've gone up till 60. So that's where it stands. So running in is going to continue for another, say, 1000 kilometers, and then, which is when I'm going to open up the throttle. So just doing a quick walk around, and this is Bangalore registered, out and out, 1988 registration. Yes, back in those 80s, it used to be CAY and other C series. Okay. Yes, I have got the crash guard which used to come as an accessory, and I've also got the rear carrier which used to be an accessory back in those days. Yes, this is something I really this is not my first RX, by the way. In the past I've been riding from early 90s, so yeah, I'm not really calling out my age here, but I've been riding it for riding motorcycles for quite some time, and this is probably my nth RX, right? I don't recall the numbers, but overall, so far I've owned about close to 40 to 50 motorcycles at a different point in time, and seen through all the true two-stroke era what was there during the early 90s to early 2000s. So golden period for the motorcyclists and enthusiasts who really wanted to experience those two-stroke uh, wagon, right? Two-stroke motorcycle lineup what used to be there back in those days. Yes, I've had a chance to own RX100, RX135, Shogun, yeah, and the Supra prior to that, and multiple other two-stroke motorcycles, including the RD 350. So this is very special for a reason, because it is RX100. It's a legendary machine. Uh, other day I would like to tell you a story. When I was riding around the market, I saw two little kids. Probably they are in their um, eighth grade or maybe seventh grade. They started looking at the bike and started shouting RX100, RX100, RX100. So that's the kind of madness what is there behind this motorcycle, my friends. So even an eighth grader who's born say 10 years ago knows about this motorcycle when this motorcycle was discontinued back in 1995, right? So RX100 predominantly existed in the market from 1986 to 1994 or 5 for that matter. And then you had your RXG coming in, followed by the other RX135 4 speed, then followed by the RX Tiger, then followed by your RXZ 5 speed, etc., etc. So that was the sort of a lineup what happened back in those days. So yes, I've gone in for very premium spec or original spares in order to restore this motorcycle. I was very particular that nothing local or aftermarket would go into my motorcycle. So if you really if you take a closer look at this, for example, the clutch plates or the clutch assembly or the carburetor, etc., whatever has been installed all from 1988 batch itself, right? And a lot of spares what I've got in terms of the clutch assemblies, any kind of replaceable parts, everything is again from OE specification and original. Many parts have to be Japanese, like the coils, spark plugs, etc. All that had to be Japanese because it's an 88 model and the performance need to be at par with that. And in terms of the tires, yes, I've gone in for the Michelin Cerac Street, so very premium tires. And in terms of rims, I've gone in for the Union rims, which is top of the spec here, right? And yeah, as you see, the speedometer also is from 1998. Back in those days it used to come Escorts, now it is just Precol. And the switch gear likewise all original from back in the days. And yeah, the tank is original, the side panels all original. Yes, the paint job has really come out superb, and it's gone through some deep restoration. You see the finish on the chassis, etc., right? Really well done. So completely deep restoration and excellent paint job what I've really got on this one. So yeah, this is an original silencer, which came on the motorcycle. And again, the rear also is a Michelin's rack with union rims. And yes, this does have the oil gauge, the needle oil gauge, which is fully functional. Yeah. So yes, my friends, so that is the motorcycle for you. I really wanted to do this video and give a sneak preview into what it really takes in order to build an RX100 from scratch, right? So those are the ingredients of the secret. That's the secret sauce. So now I'll talk a little bit about maintenance of a two-stroke, right? So the maintenance of a two-stroke is slightly different compared to the modern four-stroke motorcycles, right? The maintenance of two-stroke is very critical. Few aspects which are very critical. The running in what you perform on the motorcycle is super important. These motorcycles will need to be run in a very meticulous manner for the engine to settle in smooth and give you a long trouble free performance. Along with the running in, you always need to make sure that you have sufficient 2T oil in the 2T tank at all times, right? You always need to have 2T oil in 2T tanks all the time. And importantly, also make sure that the 2T pump is supplying oil on a regular basis, on a continuous basis. So there is a 2T pump inside this engine, this cover, which supplies the oil through this pipe, right? So there is a way you can start the engine and see that how the oil pumping is happening, suction oil is coming in or not. That's something you can check. And that's one thing. And also you can see and visually make it out looking at the smoke, slight smoke, what would come out. And also many people feel that this oil pump is not reliable, hence they go in for a premix into the fuel tank, right? They go ahead and put 30 or 35 ml whatever along with the petrol, so that they don't end up into running without the oil and leading to engine seizures. So that is an important tip and the most important tip to maintain the two stroke. So do let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and look forward to hearing you and interacting with you all. Thank you so much.